In this week's Parsha of Yisro, we have a discussion between Yisro and his son-in-law, Moshe Rabbeinu, regarding setting up a judicial system. Yisro recommends to Moshe the following. In Perek Yud Ches Pasuk Chav Aleph, V'yato sechezeh mikol ha'am, Anshei Chayil, Yirei Elokim, Anshei Emes Soni Votza. And these individuals with these qualities will judge the people. V'shaftu et ha'am b'chol eis. Who exactly does the Torah consider to be included in Sonei Votza? Sonei Votza is someone who essentially hates a situation where he acquires money, Shalom Magia Lo Mitzad Adin, money that he's not really earned, a money that is not truthfully belonging to him. The Gemara says in Bava Basra that Rabbi Bano commented that a dayan shemotziyim mimenu kesef bedin posel lios dayan. A dayan that they take from him kesef bedin is not allowed to be a dayan, because a dayan who's obviously obligated to pay money has to pay me'atzmo. The Gemara says he has to pay of his own cognizance and not wait for Bezdin to be mechayiv him to pay. However, this din is not paskin la'alocha, but al kol panim, a dayan has to be someone shesoni kesef shalom magia lo. He dislikes money that he really does not deserve. If he's a soni kesef shalom magia lo, so then we assume he won't be easily bribed. He won't take shochad. If, however, he's not a soni kesef of this nature, there's a chash he might come to be bribed easily, and thereby chas v'sholom be mateh sadin. To what extent shocha can have this impact? The Gemara says in Ksubis and Kufay, the Gemara tells a whole series of stories. Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi had an oris, had a sharecropper who used to work in his paradise, and this oris used to bring to Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi every Erev Shabbos a sal, a basket of fruit from the paradise. One day, the oris brought the fruit to Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi a day earlier. He brought it to him on Thursday and not on Friday, instead of Erev Shabbos. Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi said to him, Ma pesher adavar hazeh, lama ikdamta, why today or this week you came earlier on Thursday, not Friday? So he said, I have a din Torah that I'm going to present in front of you, and I know you're going to be able to adjudicate the case, and therefore I brought the parents today, so I won't have to bring them tomorrow. Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi said, I cannot pass in the shaila. I am possible to be a dayan. Why? Because of the hanoah that you actually, normally on a weekly basis, you bring it on Friday. Today you brought it on Thursday because you want a case to be adjudicated by myself. Even though he didn't take the peros, or b'cholzos, I cannot go ahead and judge the case. And Chazal tell many, many stories about how careful great dayanim were, that chas v'sholom, there should not be in any way, even an avak of shochad, they should be involved in. And the Gemara tells us in Sanhedrin, the first parak, Le'olam yireh dayan atzmo ki l'chered munachas lo bein yirei choysa. V'gehenim psucha lo bitachto. That's what a dayan should see. Gehenim in front of him, and there's a sword. If chas v'sholom he deviates from the din to the right, to the left, chas v'sholom, the cherev will have its impact, and God forbid a person, the dayan, will fall into the Eish of Gehenna. So this is relevant to a dayan who sits on a bezin. Rabbi Yisrael Misalant, in the famous Igeres HaMusar, writes that this also is relevant to every single human being. Each one of us, Lamaisa, is a dayan. Each one has to accept, and each one has to constantly make decisions regarding halacha, regarding hanhaga, how we should deport ourselves. Each one should always feel cherev ben yirei chosa, as if there's a sword that's lying in wait for him, in order that he should seek out the emes, and not chas v'sholom be in any way misled, not deviate from the path. The Mesilas Yesharim writes in Perek Vav, he says that every kula requires bedika. Yes, there are kulos that clearly, al pi halacha, are well-founded and well-grounded, but a person has to make sure that he has no negios, that he has no, shall we say, vested interest. And if he's not Meko, Ral Pidin, and the Lashon of Mesilas Yesharim is, he says, Lama she'achmir kan, hari kulam osim kach. Everyone else does it. And therefore that's not considered to be a heter. The fact that everyone does it doesn't mean that it's permissible, that it's mutar. It depends who the kulam are. If they're the Gdolei Chachmei Yisrael, that's one thing. But it's not a person, then it's not a raya, then it's permissible. Rab Chaim Tzanza, Zechatzadik L'Bracha, the Divrei Chaim, once a Jew came to him and told him, Plomi asa kach v'kach. So the Divrei Chaim said to him, that's Lashon Hara. What you just told me that Plomi does, that's Lashon Hara. You're not allowed to say that. So the person who told him said, but everyone says it. So Divrei Chaim said, Gehenim is large enough for everyone as well. So the fact that many people do it, or many people say it, that does not constitute a heter. A person has to examine carefully whether that which I said, I'm allowed to say, whether that which I did, I'm allowed to do. The Rishonim write, Rabbi Natan, beginning of Abasa, and it's mentioned by many Gdolei Yisrael. Rabbi Yosef Zatzal refers to this comment of Rishonim, that minhag v'hipuch osios is Gehenna. What does it mean? There are minhagim that someone who's knowing these minhagim, chas v'sholom, can, God forbid, end up in Gehenna. Of course, not every minhag is like that. There are minhagim that were written by Gdolei Yisrael, minhagim that were written by the Mechaber, by the Ramah, by the Rambam, by many Gdolei Yisrael. But there are minhagim that have no basis, no foundation whatsoever. People themselves begin to be knowing a certain minhag. And I remember hearing once from Hagoyin Rav Nevin Sol Shlita that he said that there's a pasuk in Tanakh, in Melachim Beis, where the word minhag is mentioned. Melachim Beis in Perek Tes. There, the Nabi speaks about V'haminog K'minhag Yehu ben Nimshi Ki v'shigaon yinhag. That's the lashon of the pasuk. V'shigaon yinhag. There are minhagim that are well founded. Minhag Yisrael Terehi, say Chazal. But there are minhagim that are shigaon. Not that which every person does is necessarily considered to be a proper minhag. And so one has to be cognizant of this, and this is what the B'Sol Salant apparently meant, that not only must the daya be soni batza, but also every single person himself has to be done himself on an ongoing counter basis. And one has to be very careful about one's hanhoga, about one's dibur. So halavai, we should understand the Parsha of Yisro not just in its classic formal sense that we're referring to Dayanim and the whole system of Dayanim, but we should also understand it vis-a-vis each one of us, that we should constantly, the way the Mesilas Yesharim writes, we have to constantly engage in pishpush and mishmush. Pishpush hamasim, mishmush hamasim, constantly examine and re-examine our deeds, our ways, our speech, our gait, every aspect of our personalities. We have to be dayanim over ourselves in order that, Be'ez Hashem, if we are dayanim, and if we look at ourselves objectively and really try to examine our lifestyle, our behavior, our speech, and the like, then Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach will become dayanim of the ilk that was mentioned by Yisro to Moshe, Anshe Chayil, Yir Elokim, Anshe Emes, Soni Botza, and then unquestionably, Gam Kol Am Hazeh Al Makomo Yolo B'Shalom.